if you have wines going back to 1840, it shows the depth and the longevity of the best wines from Bordeaux. And this is an example of a wine that's 170 years old that still has some life.
Well, I thought the tasting was absolutely fascinating because it didn't cherry pick the greatest vintages, but it had a common theme with the numeric theme ending in a 0. So you got the greatness of the wines, but also the faults as well. So you could see where it went wrong, or the growing season wasn't right, and I think that's absolutely fascinating. For me, the best vintage for me, I thought the second bottle of 1840 was quite amazing, considering it still had some freshness, and with those older 19th century bottles, I got a sort of Italian delicatessen on the nose, like a little bit of salami, which was lovely. I loved it. And then I thought the 1960 was surprisingly good, actually. I'm not saying it was the best wine, but it's the one that surprised me. Actually, I loved the 2000. I thought that was... I know that it was tasting for the older vintages, but I thought the 2000 showed really well.
Among the older vintages, going back to 1840, I have to say my favorite was the 1900. I know the 1890 had a little bit more concentration, but I really enjoy the finesse, the elegance, the still, I think, the nervosity behind the fruit of the 1900. That, to me, just is the epitome of finesse and elegance in Bordeaux. Among the younger vintages, I have to say I'm very impressed with the 2000. Incredible concentration. It's 10 years old right now and still seems almost too young to drink. And there were other 2000s I had recently, and I have to say that in general the vintage is open, but the Gruaud Larose 2000 is a baby and has a long, long way to go.
Of course, you had higher expectations for 1900. You had higher expectations for 1870. I think 1880 was a great surprise. I do not have a track record of that vintage, and it still showed a very pleasant, sweet fruit and delicate, mature, sweet notes and a good structure. Of course, 1920 was a really, really good wine as well.
Even a vintage such as 1950, which is considered one of the strongest in the Medoc, still showed amazing vitality and energy.